So this is my music theory lab station. I know it's really dark, and that's our seating chart. I am in group number 16, so I'm in the second row up there. But this is basically what we have for our stations. We've got, I don't know if you can see, but it's basically a PreSonus, like, full station of sound card boxes. We have a nice MIDI controller, as well as the PC, which is weird, because it's not a Mac, but yeah, so that's what we're rocking in the music theory lab station, and we have the normal computer keyboard right here. You can't really see it, but yeah, this is the station. It's pretty cool. And as you can see, my station block, we haven't started yet, but yeah, it's pretty awesome. Yeah, so what you just saw was a small snippet of what lab is like. And sorry it was so dark in that room. It's just they have the main lights off and they only have the perimeter lights on. And I don't know if that's just because it's supposed to, like, lab is supposed to have that kind of mysterious setting, or if it's just to help the projector. But it's pretty cool nonetheless. I enjoy the dim lights and everything. It helps me focus. Like, whenever I write music here at home, I usually shut off all the lights and I'm zoned in pretty far. And also, my apologies about the video yesterday. I made the video, exported it from iMovie, but I totally forgot to upload it somehow. But tonight will not be a repeat of that, so no worries. Obviously, you'll know that because this will be uploaded by tomorrow. But so today was a pretty good day. Of course, first day of Music Theory Lab goes pretty well. Basically, all the exercises we do are on PCs. Not MacBooks, and that being said, of course, they obviously are on a computer. And as you saw at our station, we have the monitor, a big monitor, the PC. We have a tower of little sound cards. I'm not sure exactly what they're there for. I'm sure they're for, like, the classes that are further along. What PreSonus? They're like PreSonus towers. So each module is a different thing. We don't really touch those, but because we plug our headphones into the computer itself. And then, of course, we have a nice 49 key, I think it's 49 key MIDI controller that goes directly into the computer. The computers in lab are not connected to the internet. And the thing about it is that, obviously you're there to do work. It's only a 2-hour lab anyway. Actually, it's an 1 and 45-minute lab, so it's really not that long to begin with. So, I don't know, it's really easy stuff anyway. It's just music theory. And so today we went through basically everything that we covered in lecture the other day. It was just an exercise on it. Like, we would have to name the note, match the note on the keyboard, name the scale, fill in the scale sheet chart thing, read the rhythm, basic stuff. And we actually did use the MIDI controller, or that was one of the exercises required us to use the MIDI controller. And actually that was like, we had to, like, it would say F major scale. So we would have to punch in an F major scale on the keyboard. So it also incorporated your knowledge of scales and then your knowledge of the keyboard, like what notes or what, because it was octave specific. If you didn't do it on the right octave, it would count you wrong. Lab is pretty cool for music theory. We do have homework in there. And I was actually the first one done with all my work today. I finished all the lab work and the homework while I was in lab, and I still got to leave 15 minutes early. So that was pretty cool. The homework was, again, just basic, name the note, name the rhythm, fill in the scale sheet, no problem. So far, so good as far as music theory goes. Let's see, what else? Yeah, so the computers there, they do not have internet. And they're all on the same network. So, like, when you get there, the screen says, like, lab station locked or whatever. So the lab tech at the front, who has control over the entire network, has to unlock your station for you to use it. So it's not like you can just walk in there at any time and use the stuff. Which is nice to know that, you're I don't know, that no one's just going to walk in there and start using stuff that you're paying for. You know what I mean? And then each of us, so each station, everybody had their own station. Which there's no sharing, so it's pretty cool. What else? There's 3 lab techs. They all seem pretty cool. One of the lab techs, actually, I went to turn in my work, and he was like, "So do you play an instrument?" And I was like, "Well, kinda. I play the drums. I did percussion." And I mentioned that I would like to pick up bass guitar. And so we started talking about that, and he told me of a local shop to go check out. He knows a guy there, and you know, he said that mention his name to the guy, and you know, he'll definitely hook me up pretty good. So, you know, I'm looking forward to going and checking out some bass. Maybe get a really cheap one. The one I want's really expensive, but I mean, just starting off $100, especially with all the presets and Logic that program has. I mean, I could just run the guitar straight into Logic and make it sound awesome. So I'm not worried about that. The problem is finding a left-handed bass, because I play guitar left-handed. Even though I'm right-handed, I like guitar left-handed. I feel more comfortable that way. That's just a weird thing. But back to lab, you know, it went by pretty quick. Afterwards, oh, and one thing about lab is you're required to have headphones. And I'm just using these because I've had these. But actually, hang on, let me find them. Oh gosh. Oh, here they are. So, in actuality, they make sure that you're prepared. So even if you don't have headphones, the school gives you headphones. And so after, you know, I had extra time because my lab gets done at, it was 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock. And actually, you're allowed to take a 15-minute break. So that's where the 15 minutes comes from. And if you're done early, you can leave 15 minutes ahead. So I guess it really is a 2-hour lab. But anyway, I got done extra early today, so I had about a half hour to just kind of float around campus and do whatever before I headed on over to FS1 for actual lecture. And so I decided, because they told us on the first day of this month that we were, you know, we had our own headphones that we go and pick up. And these are Sennheiser headphones, and everybody gets them. So basically, you know, you have your name on a list, and you just go down to the distribution center, and they hook you up with a pair of headphones. And these are the Sennheiser HD 280 professional headphones. This is the box that comes in. And then these are the headphones. And I checked them out when I got home. And, you know, they're good, obviously, but I definitely prefer my iBeats over them because these little tiny things have way more bass, they're way more portable, and also I have volume control on these, and I do not with these. So it's nice to have this extra pair to get a different perspective on what a song might sound like to someone else through their headphones or whatever. It's always good to have different speakers and different perspectives on stuff. It's nice to have these, but I definitely do not think I'll be using them as much as other people might. Some people might really like them. I find that the sound cancellation is of course excellent on these because they have the large over the ear thing. They're really comfortable. I mean, look at this. This is some crazy padding. I mean, it's really comfortable. I do like the fact that the cord is so long. That's nice. But then again, if you're wearing headphones, how far can you possibly be from your sound source in the first place? I mean, then again, you never know. You could walk around the studio or whatever, but then you would just have monitors if you're in a studio. So yeah, you know, as you can see, I just plugged them into the computer earlier. They have a really nice 1/8" jack here, and they also came with this guy here, which is basically not a converter, but like a size plug-in. And I have another one. I've had this one here, so I've got 2 of them now, which is nice. This one's a little shorter, but I have 2 in case I lose one, so that's awesome. And yeah, and these headphones, they're included with the tuition, I suppose, just like the calculator was for college math. And you know, if you don't have headphones, well, you're required to use these. And the lab techs, they do have a couple extras, but they require you to have your own, and they definitely do not give you an excuse to not have headphones. So that's cool. That's with the music theory, you get hooked up with the headphones, which is cool. I'm keeping mine over here on the desk. But I definitely think for now, I will be using the iBeats. I definitely prefer these. The sound cancellation on these is, well, it's just amazing because these are like earplugs. Anyway, I'm not trying to make this into a product review video, but that you do get the headphones. So yeah, I got my headphones. Long story short, I went over distribution, picked up the headphones, and at that point my backpack was just full of crap. I mean, it was ridiculous. So I went all the way across campus back over to Building 1 and went and sat in the classroom. Still had about 20 minutes before we started. And today in class, let's see what we covered. I can't even remember. And now don't get that confused. Just because I don't remember what we did in class doesn't mean that I don't know this stuff. You know what I'm saying? so I don't get any twisted ideas or anything. But let's see, today, lecture 2, we covered form. So, okay, we covered song form and triads. So basically we covered, like, you know, within a song you have your intro, and then you'll go to your first verse, and then you have your chorus, and then you'll probably go to another verse, and then back to the chorus, and then maybe another verse, and then you'll like do the vamp, you know what I mean? You'll ramp it up to the next chorus, and then you'll have your outro, and then there's, you know, your breaks, your solos. We covered how to chart a song, which is what our final project is for the class, is to chart a song on our own. And I already decided I am going to do Cotopaxi by the Mars Volta. I'm pretty sure that's the song name. Let me check and make sure, because some of the names, some of the songs for that band are just named such weird things that I don't even know. I get them confused all the time. I know how they go, but I get them confused. Yeah, Cotopaxi. So it's nice and short, and I figure I can follow it pretty easy, because I definitely do want to do a Volta song all the way. Just to say I did a prog rock song, you know what I mean? But so that's what we'll get to that when we get to that. But, you know, we covered how to chart the song. We covered, gosh, and we went into the triads. So we started with, basically, this is going to be kind of hard to explain. So we covered the major scales. Definitely, we have those solid, no problem. Whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half, okay? And then what we did was we laid that out in a chart, but then down from each letter we did, using the notes in that scale, the triads. So we did, like, for a C major scale, we had C, E, G. And then the next one was D, E, F, but that's a minor one. And so we went into how to form the triads. We did the difference between your diminished, minor, major, and augmented triads. And that's kind of like, you know, you have the diminished down here, your minor, your major, and then the top one is your augmented. So those are your 4 types of triads. We did not go into inversion. We're probably going to do that pretty soon. But yeah, so we went into the chart where you have the Roman numerals, where you have the major 1, which is a uppercase I, and then you have the next 2 are minor, so you have the lowercase 2 and the lowercase 3. 4 and 5s are majors, so you have your uppercase 4 in Roman numerals and your uppercase 5. 6 is a minor, so the 6 is written in lowercase. 7 is diminished, so your 7, the Roman numeral, has to be written in lowercase, and then you have to have a little circle next to it to show that it's a diminished chord. And then after that, it's back to 1, which is major. So we went over the chords and their names within the scale. We also did intervals, how to count the intervals. So it was a busy day today. We got out really, well, not late. I mean, every day is getting out early usually. We got out 15 minutes early, so we got out of class or lecture at 8:45. And my dad and stepmom ordered me, and it was the Akai MPK 25 MIDI keyboard. And it was supposed to come into the local Best Buy, because my stepmom is a supervisor at a Best Buy up north. And so she ordered one, but had it shipped down to the store that's near me. And they closed at 9, and it shipped in today. So I was just dying to get out of class early the whole time, just dying to go pick this thing up. And we get out of class at 8:45, and Best Buy closes at 9. Somehow I made it out of class and here to the house, dropped off my bag, got in the car, and made it like 5.5 miles down the road to the Best Buy to pick up this thing. And I gotta say, this thing is awesome. Like, this is the best MIDI controller I've ever had. Look at this thing. This thing is awesome. I've already, that's why I'm making the video so late. It's technically, it's 1:22 in the morning. It's technically Thursday now, even though this video is for Wednesday. But I've been playing with this thing. I got it synced up with Logic Studio earlier, and so it's just cool. It's phenomenal. I might make a video about that soon, just showing it off or whatever. Because my music making skills have just gone up crazy. Because let me tell you, in Logic Studio and even GarageBand, you can do this thing called musical typing. Basically, in Logic, you press the caps lock, and then your keyboard on your computer is like the MIDI keyboard. But with this thing, it's just crazy because the knobs, I can assign them. I could basically assign any button on this keyboard to anything I want in Logic, and it's just like, you know, how have I gone before without it? So my composition skills in addition with all the music theory I'm doing, and I don't think we're going to be getting into the ear training with the music theory as much as I want, but that's why I'm doing it at home. And actually, there's an awesome app. If you have an iPhone or an iPad, there's an app called Tenuto, where if you're trying to get good at music theory, especially with the ear training, that's what I got it for. There's an app, it's like $4, called Tenuto, and it's by the guy that did musictheory.net. Oh God, it's awesome. So I'm getting a lot of the ear training going. I'm really trying to hit this class hard because it's, you know, it's very near and dear to me. I want to be good at it so I can write good music. And essentially music theory is like, it has a lot of rules and stuff, but like, you know, if you have an idea, you have inspiration, you know, music theory is there to help you reach those ideas. It's not there to keep you from them and to keep you along a specific path, but music theory lets you know, you have this thing in your head, but you don't know what it is, and music theory lets you know what it is and why it sounds good, etc. So music theory, especially for the audio engineer, is not a joke. You do need to know this stuff, because how are you going to talk to, I mean, I'm sure that not everybody that wants to do sound mixing or whatever is going to be a musician, and if you're not a musician, you need to know the language, because you're dealing with musicians, obviously, so you need to know some of it. So this class, excuse me, sorry, my throat's getting all dry talking so much. But yeah, music theory, I'm taking it very seriously because I myself am a musician. I enjoy composing music and coming up with cool tunes. And you know what I mean, it's important for my job in the future. It will be. So I'm taking the class very seriously, just like physics. I'm taking it seriously because my drum teacher, Mike Jones, is like a physics wizard, so I don't want to disappoint him with that. I wish he would have taught me physics along with the drumming, but I mean, that's okay. And we'll talk about physics tomorrow and all that. But yeah, so tomorrow I'm looking forward to the next physics lecture and lab. I've got a lot of cleaning up the house to do. My mom is coming over from Texas. She's flying in Friday around noon and leaving Monday morning because she hasn't seen my new place yet. But so there's probably not going to be any videos this weekend because my mom's going to be here. But on Monday I'll be back. I might make one Friday, a short one just covering lab. I might make that like video like day 4.5 or something. Who knows, we'll see. But there may or may not be one, so promises on the Friday weekend videos. But tomorrow there will definitely be one. And like I said, sorry about forgetting to upload the videos. I just did. That's how it is. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and call the video wrap. Thanks for watching. I have to edit the iPad movie in, so we're going to probably be around 18 minutes now. I hate talking so long. I don't know who actually listens to all this stuff. But if you do, I hope it helps. I hope you enjoy checking out the inside look at Full Sail. I got the playlist all fixed up, ready to go. Spread the words to any of, like spread the word about my videos to any friends that you might have that are interested in the school, that are kind of like they don't know. Like they know you're interested in it. So if the videos helped you out, then tell someone that you think might help them out too. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, for me, it's not really important. Like if a lot of people watch it, so long as I'm helping people with the school, because I love this place. It's awesome. So if I can get more people to come, then that's awesome. You know what I mean? It's supporting a great place. So thanks for tuning in and watching. Have a great day, evening, night, or morning, whenever you're watching. I'm going to be having some more fun with this Akai. And I will see you tomorrow after I get home from physics. It's going to be good. So, until next time.